Hello, lovely writers, and welcome to another Writerly Wednesday. I really hope that your Writerly week has gotten off to a great start. At the time of recording this, we are starting the second week, or we're midway through the second week of NaNoWriMo, and I'd love to know, how are you going? Right, it's this thought about, we've started a project, we've got really big goals. How do we keep that energy up? That is today's topic for Writerly Wednesday. So I just wanted to share with you one really important idea that I have for all of my writers around creativity, because writing isn't just what you do with your fingers at the keyboard or pen and paper, right? It is how we live our lives. It is what we're listening to, what we're experiencing, what we're smelling, what we are tasting, all of those things. And if you are like me and very visual, it is also about what we're seeing. So I have 3 tips today on how to get yourself back in the mode, whether you're doing NaNoWriMo or not. If you find your energy, your interest, your motivation flagging, what can you do to get yourself back in there? Now, what I'm going to suggest is a visual medium, but feel free to play with it for yourself and see if there are other ways you can get yourself in. So my top bit of advice, or rather the top tip I have for getting you back into it, is to create a physical vision board. If you haven't done one before the beginning of your project and you find yourself going, oh, what am I doing? This is the time to jump in. If you've never done a vision board before, you can Google it, of course, and find out. Eventually, I'll be having my own training on doing a vision board specifically for writing. But in the meantime, you don't have to overthink it. Simply spend some time with some magazines, especially old ones. If you can pick up magazines that other people aren't using, you can take old photos that you have, right? That can be helpful too. And you simply want to cut either words and or photos to get the feel of your characters' lives, where they are, where they want to go, all of the things that help you feel like you are there with them, right? That's the goal of any vision board, even if you do specifically a physical one. Or my next bit of advice would be, if you're really stretched on time and you don't have magazines to cut out, totally understandable, go to Pinterest. If you don't already use Pinterest, that's okay. It's pretty easy. Sign up and get yourself on there. There is a wealth of pinned posts already. I mean, it may have happened that in the past you've Googled something and then you're looking for an image, and the image you find is actually a Pinterest. It'll take you to somebody's Pinterest board. Pinterest is brilliant for coming up with mood boards for all sorts of things. Whether you're branding for yourself as a writer, you're branding for your business, or you're just having fun, go onto Pinterest and see if you can collect, again, visual cues for you to get you back in the mood of whatever story you're writing. So whether you're coming from your character's point of view, I mean, you could create a Pinterest mood board for every single one of your characters, as well as the story as a whole. I mean, the point, especially if you're in NaNoWriMo, is not to take too much time away from writing, but I'll be honest with you, what's the point if you're not feeling it? Feeling it is literally the point. So yes, it would be great to get 1,667 words a day, give or take. However, if that's really a struggle for you, don't keep banging your head up against a wall. Go and do something different that gets you back into the feel of it. And my third place to go and do this would be, again, we're going physical and we're going old school. Hey, that's me. Would be to come up with a scrapbook. Again, it doesn't have to be neat and tidy. It can be like the vision board. You can use magazines. You can use old books. You can use all sorts of things. You can go out into your yard and collect flowers and leaves and stuff like that and glue it in. It needn't be neat and tidy. The entire purpose, whether you're doing physical or digital, is to get you in the mood, right? To get you feeling like you are surrounded. So you're transporting yourself. There should be a sort of magical feel for you. And if you need to put on music while you're doing it, so much the better. Again, you can use actual physical CDs. Has anyone got any cassette tapes anymore? I don't know. Maybe some old school vinyl. Or you go on to Spotify or Apple Music and you look at your playlist or you look at other people's playlists, put something together. Get yourself in the mood for writing the story that you want to write. That's it. That's my advice today to keep or get you back on track with your writing. If you've got any questions, of course, you can put them in the comments or email me as always, anjanette@storyislife.com. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell to be notified every time I upload new advice for you. And of course, I would love if you would give it a thumbs up, a thumbs down if you really hate what I've got to say, but please let me know what would be important for you. Overall, you know I believe in you. I believe you have a story to tell. Now is the time to tell it. Let's get to it, and I will see you next week. Bye, lovely.